What's up, everybody? Corey Hankerson here from Legacy Tax, author of End the Tax Nightmare, Insider Secrets to Beat the IRS and Reduce Your Tax Debt. Question I get all the time is, does the IRS really negotiate taxes for less than the amount that you owe? Is that a real thing? The short answer is yes, they do negotiate taxes for less than the amount that you owe if you qualify. Let's talk about it. The program where the IRS allows you to settle your taxes for less than the full amount is called the Offer in Compromise, or OIC program. Okay, so there are three different types of offers in compromise. The first is the offer based on doubt as to collectability. That's the most popular type of offer, and that's where you're saying, I do not deny owing the tax, so I don't dispute the tax liability, but I don't have the money to pay it, and it's unlikely that I will ever have the money to pay it within the statute of limitations. Okay, so that's the first type, most popular. The second type is the offer based upon doubt as to liability. Okay, that's where you're saying, yeah, I have the money, but I don't think I actually owe the tax. Okay, that's an offer based upon doubt as to liability. The third is the offer based upon effective tax administration. And that's basically where you're saying, in the interest of fairness, you should compromise this tax liability. That's the least frequent type of offer that is accepted or filed. There are very few of those filed, and there are very, very few actually accepted. Okay, so those are your three types: doubt as to collectability, doubt as to liability, and effective tax administration. Okay, so there's a very specific formula that the IRS uses to determine whether or not they will accept an offer based on doubt as to collectability, the most popular type of offer. And that is, they're going to look at your assets plus your discretionary income, and that's the amount that they'll accept as an offer, right? So think of it this way: when you talk about assets, what they're talking about is the net value of your assets, right? So a home that does not have a mortgage, or a car that does not have a car note, or if it does, you know, the amount, the value of the car, there's equity in the car, right? The value of the car is in excess of the liability, right? That's an asset. When it comes to your income, they're looking at your discretionary income. Discretionary income is the money that you have left over at the end of the month after you've paid all of your allowable bills and expenses. Okay, so that's the formula. So quick story here. We were working with a client, a real estate agent out of the New York, New Jersey area, and she owed just shy of $100,000 in back taxes. Now, she had no assets, right? She rented her home. She didn't own a car, so there were no assets that were there. Her discretionary income after she paid all of her expenses was right around just shy of $1,000, so $800 and $900 ballpark was her discretionary income, right? So the amount that we submitted for her offer and compromise on that approximately $100,000 liability was right around $10,000. And after a period of about a year or so, we were able to successfully negotiate that. The IRS did accept it. So that meant that she no longer owed 100 grand. She only owed about $10,000. Okay. So that's how the offer and compromise with doubt as to collectability works. That's how the program works. So again, the short answer is yes, they do compromise. They do negotiate and compromise tax liability. That's the good news. The bad news is most folk don't qualify. A lot of offers are submitted each and every year. Most are rejected. Probably 2/3 of all offers are declined. Most of those are submitted by people who are representing themselves without the expertise of a tax professional. All right. So if you want to learn more about the Offer and Compromise program, I would invite you to get a copy of my book, End the Tax Nightmare, Insider Secrets to Beat the IRS and Reduce Your Tax Debt. You can get a copy of the book at endthetaxnightmare.com. There's a link to the website in the description below. Thanks for checking out this video. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.